Best Bet Live, Hand of the Week.
What's up, guys? Dustin Shacklock here for Best Bet Live, and today I got my man Hunter Sitchy back in the booth. Today Hunter's going to walk us through a hand that he recently played in a 10-25 no-limit hold'em deep stack cash game against another live pro crusher, Toby Boas. This hand gets a little crazy. Hunter flops a monster draw. We're going to let him walk us through the action step by step, hand breakdown. Again with my man Hunter Sitchy. Why don't you walk us through the action?
All right, let's do it. So, I think we were playing 10-25 no limit. This is toward the end of the stream. We're playing 7-handed. Toby opens under the gun to 100, and I think when he opens under the gun in this spot, he's going to have a pretty strong range of hands since he's got some very aggressive three-betters behind him, and he doesn't want to get in trouble with some marginal holdings. You get a bunch of calls behind him. I'm in the big blind with 10-9 of diamonds, and I think this is a standard call out of the big blind. Sometimes I would squeeze with this, but against a strong range from Toby, I'm not thrilled about that. I'd much rather just see a flop. I end up flopping a pretty big hand. I've got middle pair with a 10 high flush draw. I think checking is standard. There's no reason to try and turn this into a semi-bluff because it has enough showdown value. Tim goes ahead and leads out into the field, and I think when he leads out here, he's pretty heavily weighted toward a queen with a good kicker, 2-pair sets. Sometimes he'll have a big combo draw. I think, again, my hand has enough showdown value to go ahead and check call, and in the event that it is behind, it has a lot of equity against a queen, which he ended up having. Now, Toby goes ahead and check raises here, and the first thing that went through my mind was he check raised slightly less than full pot. So if Tim ends up folding, which he does here, I'm getting a little bit better than 2-1. So I need to have roughly 30% equity against Toby's range to continue, assuming that I'm always going to get to see the turn in the river. Tim said a few things while he was in the tank here. He said something to the effect of, I can't believe I'm laying this down, so right away I put him on a queen, and then after he folded, it made the card removal situation pretty interesting because Toby opened under the gun. I don't think he has deuces here ever. He can have a set of 10s, but I have a 10 in my hand, so there's only one combo of that. He could have a set of queens, but I felt like Tim folded a queen, so there's only one combo of that. And then there'd be two combos of queen 10 suited, queen 10 of spades, and queen 10 of clubs only. I think Toby would sometimes check raise aces or kings here, especially if they didn't have a diamond. There's 12 combos there, and then 12 combos of ace queen. I don't think he's ever check raising anything for value that's worse than that. I also think he would check raise ace king of diamonds and king jack of diamonds some of the time. I don't think he's ever check raising king jack or jack 9 suited. So it makes this a really tough spot for me. It seems like peeling would be standard, but there aren't any good turn cards for me. If a diamond comes off, Toby's going to check back with all of his sets, 2-pair, overpairs, ace queen, and he's going to bet with the flushes that beat me, and I could potentially get stacked. If a 9 comes off and I turn 2-pair, I'm going to get stacked by queen 10 and sets, and Toby's going to check back his overpairs and ace queen. If a diamond comes off and it goes check, check, I can try and lead river for value. There's no sense in checking, trying to induce a bluff because Toby doesn't have any bluffs in that spot. The problem with trying to bet for value after turn goes check, check is I don't really have many bluffs. The only way I could be bluffing is if I have jack 9 suited or king jack with the king of diamonds, and that's rare. So Toby knows that, and he's not going to pay me off with a set after a diamond comes off on the turn. If the turn is a brick, Toby's going to bomb again regardless of what he has, and it puts me in a really tough spot because I'm slightly ahead of his combo draws, and then I'm not doing very well against his value hands, and I'm probably going to have to end up check folding the turn if he bets over 3/4 pot, which I know he will. I've played with him a lot, so I end up just making what seems to be a pretty tight fold here, but I think if you consider everything going on in the hand, it's pretty reasonable overall.
Best Bet live stream. Watch us play.